Alright, for this video I'm going to show you how to find support and resistance points on a chart that is either gapping up or down outside of a previous level that you could look to the left to find supports and resistances. First, start by identifying your present trends. There's only one present, or technically you can do two. Then add your Fibonacci retracement from the most recent high to lows to establish your price points. Here you can see that the stock bounced twice off the 38.2 of this Fibonacci retracement. After you've put all of those on, you can go into a smaller time frame like a 1 year. The 1 year you could possibly see some sort of pattern such as this. You could argue that it's also a head and shoulder or an inverse head and shoulders pattern. The shoulders and the neckline don't have to be symmetrical in the pattern. Really, it's just a support that loses support, gains more long-term hands, reestablishes within the above the previous support and under the previous resistance. It consolidates until it finds enough strong hands to push through the current resistance. So for this pattern, you would find the range of this pattern to break out. So basically when the head establishes, which is in this range right here, so that's about 490, and then the price where the neckline, which would be this downtrend, is when the head does establish. So we can say it's about 617, giving us a difference of 127. And then usually the typical range breakout for this pattern is 74% of that range. So that gives us about a $94 breakout from, let's call it 607. So about a target is 701. So first, let's set that. Let's call that close enough right there. And we'll name it IHS target. Alright, now let's start establishing some Fibonacci retracements on larger moves in this pattern. So for example, we could put one here. Let's change the color of this. And also we can remove all of the interior retracements, since we know that the price of the stock right now is right at about 649. So now you can see the range of the retracement and the target within that color. Let's change this real quick. There we go. Now let's see if we can't find some more retracements. For example, this one here. But as you can see, the highest it's ranging is that 423.6, and after that you kind of get a little less secure on the number. So we could come up here and we could do one here off this. Oddly enough, the 161.8 is also that retracement there. And then maybe one off this move right here. So then when you back out, you have something like this, which gives you a few more targeted areas. And if you want to see also, you can go and put in a negative Fibonacci retracement from the move. What we're doing here is we're taking this move that was on that 3-year scale, this whole move right here, and what we're going to do is we're going to put a Fibonacci retracement on it, but we're going to make it a negative Fibonacci retracement. And oddly enough, the negative retracement goes up here, right in line with the 161.8 of this pattern, and also well within that range of all these other targets that we had. So if I was looking for a target or support on this particular, on CMG, I would watch the open, and if it opens somewhere underneath this 658 area, then I would break the number, and then the real play will be from the 658 up to this 698 to 620 range, where all these other numbers are, right where our inverse head and shoulder target are, as well as these other 3 or 4 Fibonacci retracements. If it does test these and it falls, then you can look for your support in the 630 range, which would also probably come down and maybe test the 622 from the all-time high. If it's this low, you would assume that it would retest the $6 range. And then if it would hold here, then you could play it to the upside again. If it opens anywhere within the 650 range, I probably wouldn't touch it until it either breaks or it starts to turn back around, and then you can play it from either the low of the open or maybe one of the retracements from the open to the whatever the high is. Watch out for premium in the morning. Unless the stock's moving, I wouldn't get in it right away. Let it establish some sort of direction.